The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning, everyone. It is 5 a.m. on a finally Friday morning. Can you tell I'm still
trying
trying to
you
get
just
it
like
together?
exhaled, like, oh, we've made it.
We've made it to Friday. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher.
And after dozens of searches, scores of interviews, months of investigation, weeks of trial, and a shocking last-minute plea from a defense attorney, the adoptive parents of Orrin and Orson West were sentenced in a Bakersfield courtroom to life terms in prison.
Trezell and Jacqueline West, accused of killing the young boys 3 years ago, were sentenced to 15 years to life in prison on convictions of second-degree murder in the death of 4-year-old Orrin. They were also sentenced to 4 additional years on convictions of child cruelty to both boys.
The jury did not reach a verdict on 2 counts in regards to Orson, second-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter. The case's trial attorney, Eric Smith, and DA Cynthia Zimmer announced there will be no retrial on those 2 counts. The bodies of Orrin and Orson West have never been found, which means the question remains, where are the boys?
And it's the hope that one day they will be found that keeps biological family members fighting for justice. 17's Michaela Armstrong spoke with them outside the courthouse yesterday about why the sentencing still has not brought them closure.
Relatives and friends had waited anxiously for the day Jacqueline and Trezell West would be sentenced. They wanted to address the court, but were not able to read their victim impact statements and were disappointed in the dismissal of the counts on which jurors did not reach verdicts on in the death of 3-year-old Orson.
There was 2 children. It wasn't just one. There were 2, and they both should get the same grace. So the judge needs to take in consideration to bring that back up, because it was 2, not 1.
But the district attorney's office made it clear that is not a path they are willing to pursue because of the impact it has on the witnesses.
Some of the most impactful testimony was from children. It was from the children in the home, and it was very difficult on them, and in essence they had to testify against their parents. We didn't want to put them through that again.
Another part of the sentencing that sparked emotion was Jacqueline West's lawyer, defense attorney Alexia Torres Stallings, asking the judge to consider granting Jacqueline probation. Stallings said Jacqueline West had lost so much already, including her husband, her kids, and home. That was triggering for family and friends of the biological family.
Our family lost the boys. They're still missing. We don't have nothing. We're still wondering where they're at. You get to still call your children. You get to still call your mother. Like, you're acting like a victim. You're not the victim. You know what I mean? You should have thought about this when you had custody of them, when you were supposed to take care of them. Now you're going to deal with your consequences because you guys took away 2 innocent babies. You guys want to see your babies? You should have thought about that. Yes. Now they're in the system. Karma, you reap what you sow. That's all I got to say. These are the victims. Classic and sincere. Where are the boys?
That's it.
Family and friends were adamant about the fact that the sentencing of the couple is not the end. The boys are still missing, and the biological family believes there is more evidence that could lead to them. They hope as the couple serves time, they will step forward and share what they know.
And while they sitting in these cages, I pray that they think of these babies, see their faces, and can't get them off their minds until they lead us to the bodies.
Michaela Armstrong with that report, and we have much more on the sentencing of Trezell and Jacqueline West on our website, kget.com. And we continue to track this extreme spike in gas prices for you. AAA says the national average for a gallon of regular unleaded gas is $3.83, so that is unchanged. But California's average jumped again overnight to an average of $6.08. Kern County's average nearing the $6 mark. It is at $5.92 per gallon.
And experts say these crazy price tags are here to stay.
Yeah, 17's Aaliyah Fitzgerald has the scoop on why this is happening and how it's affecting our community. Good morning, Aaliyah.
Good morning, you guys. For most Kern County residents, getting gas is a non-negotiable. You have to get gas to go to work. But a lot of families are facing the decision of, putting food on the table versus getting gasoline, or worse, facing consumer debt.
This is kind of an unexpected surge. This is the kind of price surge you see at the beginning of the summer, not at the end.
The kind of surge forcing Kern residents to make hard decisions. Decisions like getting to work or serving dinner.
It's hard being a mom of four kids. It is pretty hard. I work all the way to chapter, so for me, like, my gas doesn't last up to like 3 days, and I have to pump again.
Gas prices continue to skyrocket overnight. One can't help but to ask, what is going on? California has lots of policies regarding the blends of gas in California. Saudi Arabia also cut back on oil production, also raising the prices of oil. Another contributing factor is the plethora of California regulations on gasoline.
We don't allow for domestic drilling or even increases in oil production. So we don't know where we're going to necessarily get the gas or the oil from here in California. And so we just face over $6 a gallon gas prices, which is significantly higher than the national average. I think I read this morning the national average is $3.84 a gallon. And here in California, we are over $2 more per gallon.
And these prices are expected to linger for a while, even through the holidays.
In the short run, there's absolutely nothing that they can do. I saw a news article from 3 days ago that they are trying to put pressure on refineries to increase production or to do something to get back on track. That's not an easy fix. We can't pump more oil quickly because we've put limits in place. The only thing we can realistically do is place a moratorium on the gas tax. And that would drop down the average price of gas by probably close to $1, which is a substantial amount.
Why now?
Yeah, especially when you have to start putting gas on a credit card.
It's been something that's been building for a while, and now we're taking a huge hit.
I don't see any relief for gas prices probably for the next month or two.
In downtown Bakersfield, Aaliyah Fitzgerald, 17 News.
GOP lawmakers in California, including Assemblymember Vince Fong and State Senator Shannon Grove, have sent Governor Gavin Newsom a letter asking him to call a special session of the legislature to address the gas price rise across our state. 26 members of the Assembly and Senate want the special session called to suspend the 58-cent a gallon state gas tax. That is to provide relief to drivers across our state. According to the letter, California has the most expensive gas prices in the country, more than $2 a gallon higher than the national average.
Governor Newsom signed a bill raising the minimum wage for hundreds of thousands of California fast food workers. The governor signed AB 1228 in LA with lawmakers and labor leaders beside him. Fast food workers will see their minimum wage go up to $20 an hour beginning in April.
This wasn't easy. There are 100+ hours in just the last few months negotiating this referendum off the ballot. That was a tectonic plate that had to be moved. It was a profoundly consequential prospect. Tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars would have been spent on that ballot to roll back the progress that the Assembly members had made and advanced last year.
The new law also gives the state's Fast Food Council authority to raise wages for fast food workers annually. Some who oppose the law say it will only increase food costs for consumers. Students can now apply to California state universities this weekend for the 2024 fall term. CSU will start accepting applications Sunday. With one application, students can apply to any of the CSU's 23 schools through the Cal State Apply system-wide portal. The priority application period closes November 30th. Robust financial aid programs allow the majority of CSU students to graduate without student loan debt. The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.